Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 12th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this owl card and this buffalo card. The buffalo, is interesting. It always reminds me of the tower, but it's not exactly right. There's a lightning bolt on this side here. The buffalo in this deck is actually a symbol of like abundance and, abundance coming in for you. It can also represent like running through something or needing to go through something to get something, that type of energy. And so, I kind of feel that for a lot of you. And, I think it will lead to a lot of improvements in your life. Going through something here. I know that doesn't sound sexy, but we're getting there here, Aquarius, I promise. But, it is also interesting that you have the Five Wands. Five Wands, I also consider a card of needing to go through something to get something. I call the Five Wands Indiana Jones all the time because, to me, the Five Wands represents going through some sort of challenge to get some treasure. And I feel for a lot of you, that's like what's going on here or what has been going on in your life for a long time. I say that probably has because, again, it looks like there are improvements. These two wanted to come out together. So it looks like there are improvements that are coming in for you. But if you don't know the story of the buffalo and the cow, then I will tell it to you. The buffaloes, when there's like a storm coming, they run through the storm. And that's the whole point of the buffalo, is that they run through it. Cows run away from the storm. So what happens is that buffaloes get to the other side of the storm and they get to some nice bright, fresh, green grass that has been rained on, that is growing, and that's nice and fresh. The cows, because they run away from the storm, they end up just getting exhausted, and then they get stuck in the storm, right? So the buffalo is all about kind of running through the storm. I feel like you've been through some sort of storm here. I kind of feel like you've already been through it, just based off like where the reading is going, or you are getting to the end of it, whatever you want to call it. You have the owl, which would, of course, represent wisdom. And so I feel for a lot of you that maybe you've been through a more challenging or more difficult learning experience, recently. We see that again, sorry, I'm choking, with the Five Wands. The Five Wands is a card of, again, going through something to get something. It is a card of conflict and competition, but again, there is something bigger picture going on here in your reading. I feel like there's a lot more going on. So, I feel there's some sort of reward after a difficult journey. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which says that your fortunes are turning in your favor. So I feel like things are, turning in your favor here, or things are improving with the Wheel of Fortune. I also feel like good news for some reason. I don't consider the Wheel of Fortune to be a good news card necessarily, but, there could be good news coming in. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, then it's for you. So it's about believing that you can accomplish something, or believing that you can have something in your life. But where the hell is this going? That's really my question here, Aquarius. With the Five of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups here. That's very interesting. You have the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups right here. So this could be divine counterparts. Definitely could be love coming in for you if you're looking for love. This reading quite simply could just be saying that your love story has been difficult, and now you're attracting something much better into your life, or you're attracting something, much more fulfilling, or whatever you want to call it here. I feel like there are fears around love. You have two sevens here. Two sevens represent internal fears that don't exist. So, again, you could have fears around like getting into a relationship or whatever, but you could be about to meet like a divine counterpart here. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Hangman. I wanted to see something else. Yeah, it's like, like in a lot of ways, I feel like the Hangman just says you've been prepared to a certain point. He is obviously in Hangman mode. He has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs, but his head is glowing on the Hangman, which kind of says that he has gained enlightenment. He knows like what to do now, or he knows what direction to move in his life. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you have been through something. Maybe there has been no movement, or maybe you feel like your life has been the same. Didn't I just say this to you? As I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, I just said this to Aquarius, like in their last reading. So again, the story continues, right? I feel like you've been maybe not moving forwards, not moving backwards, but you have been learning a lot, maybe. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, it's time to make a move. Like, what are you waiting for? Three of Wands is always my what are you waiting for card. There are the ships in the harbor here, and he is looking out at the harbor. he could easily get on those ships and they would, bring him into, they would take him to a new situation. They would remove him from where he is. And it would be an adventure, but it's like he has to get started. And so, I feel for a lot of you that if you have any new opportunities, I would grab onto those opportunities. Next, you have this bad health card and this despair card. I kind of feel like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I feel like some of you have been in this place of maybe bad health. Again, I'm not a doctor. I have no clue what I'm talking about. Do not take this as medical advice. You've been in a place where, things, it's just like there's no getting ahead. That's like really the feeling I get here, is that you've tried to get ahead in some areas of your life, and but you feel like there is no getting ahead, or maybe you feel like something always like pops up whenever you do try to get ahead. And the good news is that I feel like this is coming to an end. You have the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, and the King of Cups. So the Seven of Swords, it can represent lying, cheating, stealing, but really the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. I always say, really, the Seven of Swords is a good card. It's a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be good no matter what. And so he's stealing those swords from an army in the background. I think every single one of us that's alive right now, if you're watching this, if you're alive, then you need to do this. You need to be tactical. It's like anything you want to do, you're not going to be able to accomplish any goal you have like directly, going directly towards it. We have to like look for other ways or better ways or different ways of getting the things that we want, because we probably don't have something that we need. So, maybe we don't have the resources or the time or the energy or whatever. So it's like, how can we do what we want to do with our life? How can we accomplish something right here with the world without having something that we need? And that's like the trick of the next like few years here at least. And again, I'm not saying it's like going to be easy, but the people who do it will be successful, obviously. You have the Lovers here. Lovers could be love, and we definitely see love here. You also have the Hierophant as well, which, this right here could be marriage. So if you're meeting a person or if you're getting into a new connection, it could be leading to marriage. This is interesting, though, going to the Seven of Cups. I kind of get this feeling of fear surrounding love, or fears in relationships or something like that. So I would make sure that you're healed, or, whatever the case may be. I would also make sure that, obviously, if you're attracting a new person, that they are healed as well with the Lovers. Because again, I get something about like healing in this connection. The Lovers can also be being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. So I feel for some of you, you have a choice to make at this time. And it's like, I'll tell you right now, I think this right here is the choice that you should make. Not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want, but going this way to the Hierophant, it's like that would be, the traditional choice. That would be the inside the box choice. The Seven of Cups would be the choice that's like more scary in your life, that is maybe has more personal growth or is more open-ended. You don't know where it's going, So again, I would encourage you to make this choice, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius. Pluto is an Aquarius, but it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn before moving into Aquarius at the end of the year. But still, I think that you are, meant to break free from traditional belief. And, this right here is traditional belief, going to the Hierophant. This would be like going to school and starting a career. This right here would be like, traveling to Nepal and, opening a factory and starting a business, like something totally random, something, that is very unique or very different. And, I'm not saying it has to be a business. This could be any area of your life. It's like, maybe for some of you, maybe you just want to move, maybe your family is like, oh no, for 100 years, we've all lived in the same town, but maybe that's not a good thing. So, again, I would say this way is doing something more unique, more different with your life. And I feel like some of you could be doing that. You have the King of Cups here. And it definitely could be love. I'm not convinced it's a water sign. I mean, it could be another Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo based off Wheel of Fortune in the world. It could be a Capricorn or a Sag as well, but, it could be any sign, general reading. And what I would say here is it's more like a person who is more emotionally stable, a person who has deep emotions. And I almost feel like this person, you have that Owl card. And so you could be attracting a very wise person as well if you're looking for love. I also have fire popping into my head. You have 0 fire in this reading, but, for whatever reason, I feel it could be like a fire sign. Let's see. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely like a knight in shining armor coming in for you here. I do not think this person's a liar. I think you've been lied to, in the past. And so, and we go here to the Queen of Swords. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Queen of Swords just says, did you learn what to look out for? Did you learn what to pay attention to, right? With the Lovers, you have the Four Swords. Like I said, you're healing. Didn't I say the word healing in this row? I'm convinced I did. So, I feel like you are healing from something. That's why I'm not too worried about those 2 cards at the top of the row there. With the King of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. How weird is that? You have Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, King of Cups here. Very interesting. Some of you could have been dealing with a person like a water sign where there was lying, cheating, stealing in this situation. And it's like now there is fear in the situation. I don't even know what's going on here. And maybe we'll find out in just a minute. But, I feel... some of you could have been dealing with something here. Seven of Swords is very sneaky energy. So you could have been dealing with a person who was sneaky or, something like that. Or you're wondering if you're meeting a new person, you could be trying to make sure that this person isn't sneaky, a new person here. Let's see. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, do not give up because something did not work out right away. Seven of Swords. I really feel the Seven of Swords isn't really even talking about lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like it's talking about doing things in a different way. This is like a sign of the times. We have to, anything we want to accomplish, probably not going to go according to plan. We probably are going to have to come up with something else. I say probably because there's like a 1% chance that the first way you try something, it's going to work. So, again, I want to encourage people to keep trying because like whatever your goals are, you'll probably accomplish them, but it's going to require like another try or something else. You have this gossip card that says people are talking about you and what you're doing. It says minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. I'm wondering, some of you could have been dealing with a person where it's like it's like saying it's not necessarily that you lied. It's not necessarily that they lied, but maybe someone lied. There maybe, this kind of gives me the vibes that maybe gossip ruined a connection. Maybe gossip that wasn't true got in between 2 people. So it could be you and them, and maybe someone gossiped to them, maybe someone gossiped to you, and you left a connection here. Or, maybe they told lies or whatever the case may be. I kind of get third-party interference, but not like a third party as in there was a third party, but, something like that, where someone kind of got in between 2 people. And so, there could be like some apologies in order, or there could be something that needs to happen here to heal the situation. You have the Hierophant, again, breaking a story. This is really like breaking a curse is what I'm getting here. I think we all have these stories, like even in our families, for example, where, maybe everybody in our family has done something, and it doesn't even have to be a bad thing, right? But maybe it's just not what you want with your life. And a lot of you could be breaking these generational, I wouldn't even call them generational curses. I would just say generational things, We also have Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune and Pisces is kind of like asking why. Like, why do we do certain things that are generational? Why do we do things that, our parents did or whatever? And I really see you kind of breaking free from some ideas. Some of them toxic, some of them not, some of them just because you want to change your life. You have the Four Swords, more recovery here, so you are definitely going through a healing period. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if your emotions were kind of all over the place here for you, Aquarius, Seven of Cups especially, because again, you could be having like happy emotions, sad emotions about certain things. Like I would make sure you're not beating yourself up here with that Seven of Cups. I don't know, it's just like the feeling I get off of it, and also you have this despair card here. It's weird because it's not like a bad reading. I actually feel that there could be a lot of success, coming in for you because of changes you're making, and also because you're trying to accomplish goals. But at the same time, I feel there's like this energy of beating yourself up for things, or, needing to forgive yourself, or, whatever. It might not even be forgive yourself. It might, you just might need to heal, in some way. And I definitely get that here. Seven of Cups kind of says that like everything you believe is true. And, you get to choose what is true for your reality. So again, you can pick those cups, whatever cup you want, and you can make it happen. The story of the Seven of Cups is that he's like trying to accomplish something, but he sees all the good things and bad things that could happen, which is always true. But until he actually brings it down to earth, until he tries to manifest whatever his dream is on earth, until he has the experience, then he doesn't actually know how anything is going to go. I'm wondering here, I kind of feel good about this because I'm wondering if this whole entire row is saying that you are breaking that fear, of not getting started, of not making a move, or not fully investing in things, or whatever the case may be here. It seems to me like you could be, it's almost like you're overcoming that fear. Maybe you're realizing that that type of fear has prevented you from moving forward or something like that. I don't know. With the Hierophant, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, again, some sort of challenge here. Like I said, you could be challenging some sort of, you know, some sort of belief or some sort of belief system. Again, with the buffalo, I have a feeling that the buffalo is like the most powerful card in your reading here. I kind of feel it saying like once you go through this, you are going to get to the greener grass on the other side. With the Four of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. It's super interesting that you have all these sevens here. Again, multiple sevens to me is internal fears that don't exist. Seven of Wands says you need to protect your peace with that Four of Wands. So, Four of Swords. Four of Swords and Seven of Wands is like protecting your peace or, maintaining your peace, right? With the Seven of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. I do feel like you're trying to, I kind of feel like this is like a big picture thing going on here. I feel that you are trying to protect your peace, like I said, but also create some level of stability. It's almost like you're trying to, just like create a foundation for yourself, or like a launch pad for a rocket, right? It's like sometimes I think we do need to take a pause and just build a solid foundation before we do anything in our life so that we can have a solid place to launch off of. I hope that makes sense. That's really what I'm getting there. So there you go. At the end here, for the good stuff, you have this Here and Now card and this Chop Wood card. I feel like at least you're moving, with that Chop Wood card. You are getting to work. You're making moves. And I do feel like you are being more present, which is great. So, I do see more success in that sense. You have the Queen of Swords, Five of Swords world in the Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly for the first time. She only has clouds halfway up her body, and she finally understands like what she needs to do in her life, or, she has her hand out, but her sword up. So she's kind of cautiously optimistic about the future. And, that's kind of where I feel like you're at. You have the Five of Swords in the world. Sorry, that didn't work. The Five of Swords is like taking a risk, and the world is an accomplishment. So again, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. So the Five of Swords is going to be good no matter what. But, I would definitely encourage you to take some sort of risk. For you, Aquarius, with Pluto going into Aquarius, the risk is quite simple. It is the risk of exposure, the risk of saying something being wrong, the risk of putting something out into the public and people criticizing you. It's like those are the types of risks that you could take, anything that's similar to that. But those risks, the risk of writing that book and publishing it, the risk of starting a YouTube channel and sharing your opinions, the risk of doing something like that. It doesn't have to exactly be that, but anything similar. Those are the types of risks that are going to lead to success. Also the risk of telling the world how to live. The risk of saying like, maybe I do know better. Maybe I do know actually how things should go in some area of life, right? And so, taking that risk is going to lead to success. You have the Queen of Cups. I kind of feel like you need to get back to loving yourself. Clearly, we have Queen of Cups twice here, and in a lot of ways, there is love here in the reading, but also I feel that maybe you need to love yourself with the Queen of Cups. She's kind of like self-nurturing, and she also follows her heart, which is what I also feel like you need to do. This reading is crazy. This is a bonkers reading. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Hierophant here. So Hierophant twice. It's almost like you see clearly the things that have held you back, like the beliefs, the generational things in your life that have kind of prevented you from moving forward. And I really feel that's what this reading is about. Really, I think what the reading is about is that you've been going through a difficult period of time, but you've been running through the storm and you're about to get a reward. With the World and the Five of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, victory. Taking a risk will lead to a victory or will lead to success. The Ace of Swords is also about needing to sacrifice one thing so that you can have something better in your life, and it doesn't even want to focus. So right here we have a palm frond, we have an olive branch over here. Palm fronds in the tarot, they represent survivor energy, but they also represent needing to let go of one thing so that you can have something better. So, I would definitely encourage that. Like if you're thinking about walking away from something that no longer serves you. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Death card. Yep, major transformation going on here. Pretty simple reading. Really, it's a big transformation because of some choice that you're deciding to make here, or, something like that. So, let's see. You have this Younger Man card. It says dealings with relationships with a younger man. You have this pin. It says new job, new career. I kind of feel like this could just be you. And you don't have to be a younger man, obviously. Sometimes I just feel these people cards are talking about the person I'm reading for. So there definitely could be like a new job or a new career or something like that. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah, so like again, if you were in a situation where like someone got in between you and another person, this could be a person who's thinking about you. I don't know who needs to apologize here or what, but again, this, if you went through that, then, there you go. This could be like an apology coming in, I feel, or something. You have this vulture. It says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. That whole quarter of the sky, I would say, you Pisces, Aries need to be careful of kind of like thinking that something is against you. I just think that kind of like pie of the sky there, like starting with Pisces, but going out, and you are included in that, astrologically, I think, there are some challenges with, like the world, but also thinking people are against you when they're not. Or maybe they are, and it just doesn't freaking matter, right? That's the other thing as well. It's like how much does it matter when someone criticizes you for what you do or online? Not at all, right? You have this bear. It says danger, especially in money matters. So I would definitely watch your finances, although I do feel that you could be improving your finances. Everybody gets this stuff now. And, again, there are definitely going to be financial changes like starting this year. So, there already have been changes, but I'm talking even bigger. And, I would just stay on top of it. You have this moon card. It just says changes in your life. So there you go. Crazy reading here, Aquarius. Definitely major changes. I think that's why there's a little bit of discomfort in this reading, but it's actually not a bad reading. I think that, again, you've been through the worst of it with that buffalo spirit. You're getting to the other side. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.